with everyone in the studio, you just talk to them that way as well, I suppose.
Yeah, the stream is
live. I've never done this before. So.
Good morning. I'm Beth Hildenbrand, and this is all booked up. Today we have Josephine Wrightson. Finally got her on camera with me.
Hello.
And our special guest is V.L. Peters.
Hello.
So this is going to be an adventurous morning for us.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask V.L. Peters to tell us a little bit about herself and get us going. So it's all yours, hon.
Thank you. I've never done this before, so you can call me Vera.
Oh, thank you.
I write paranormal, romance, romantic suspense, and I've always wanted to write since I was a child, and I just decided that to do it. Basically, life's too short. And I started writing. So, yeah, I live in Scotland. Though I'm not from there, obviously. I'm originally from London, but I live in beautiful Scotland. It
is as well.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I saw the cows running past your house the other day.
Yes, yeah, we get cows. I live in the middle of nowhere, so there's loads of cows and sheep everywhere, and we're not too far from the beach either, so that's good. So peaceful.
Nice. It sounds lovely.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is lovely. So, is there any questions?
We will find out in just a moment. I'm still trying to get us to the Facebook, and
is it added?
Yep, we are now live on Facebook. Okay, everything's up and cooking here, all set for a lovely interview. So yes, I lived in town actually, and we had a cow. Just decided to go trotting up Main Street one day. My mother looked at me and she said, "Is that a cow?" I said, "Yes, that is a cow." And well, that's the end of that little story. Okay, I'm having one of those mornings. I slept like 2 hours last night, and I'll tell you what, Josephine knows I do this all the time. I don't sleep. And I looked in my coffee this morning. I'm actually looking down in my coffee cup like it's broke or something, like, did you decaffeinate overnight? What's up with you? Did you take off, find somebody else and leave me? Why is my coffee not working today? So anyway, that's the end of that story too. So I'm just going off again like I do. I have read some of your books, and I absolutely adored them.
Thank you.
I have to tell you, the Never Again book was fabulous.
Thank you.
I read that one first, and I was stunned. I was just stunned. Everybody's messing around with everybody else, and cousins and aunts and uncles, and I'm like, these people are just, all getting on.
There is a book 2 to that, but I'm gonna rewrite it because it's I'm not happy with it, so I want to take that down. That's why I haven't mentioned it, and I want to rewrite and then republish. So that'd be about the sister Gracie. The second book is about Gracie.
Yes.
And I do intend eventually to write about the other characters. So the other one is the parents of Harper and Gracie.
So will it be a series, or are these going to be standalones within the same sort of world? Or
standalone. Yeah, they'll be standalones. And then obviously the there's another one I'm going to write about the male character's father and the aunt. So there's a bit of a...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so what happened there? Yeah, because he married his mother, not the aunt. So what happened?
Well, the aunt sounds like she was Miss Thing.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, just hopping from this one to that one, and then she's all getting all big, like telling everybody, "Oh, your daughter's all trashy," and was, "Hello."
Yes.
I'm telling you what, people in glass houses should not be throwing those stones.
No, yeah, she's something there.
She was a piece of work.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
So yeah, I enjoyed that book. I did. And Harper was just as sweet as can be. I just felt so bad for her.
No, you're intriguing me now because that's not one of the ones I've read of Vera's.
Oh, you got to read this. You really got to read this, Josephine.
It's a romantic suspense, so
yeah. It is.
So you were delving into other fields.
Yes, yeah, that was one of the first books I wrote. So I kind of ventured off to romantic suspense from the paranormal romance. So yeah,
it's the paranormal romance ones I've read.
Yeah. So, but
yes, I'm really into this one too. The new one that I'm reading, the King of the Underworld. Ooh.
Yeah, he's good, isn't it?
It is. It really is. I'm sitting here twisting my cord as I talk, like, oh my God. I need to take a minute and say good morning to everyone. Good morning, Nina. Good morning, Julie. Thank you for stopping in.
Thank you.
It's afternoon here, so we're going to
it is afternoon. Yeah, it's just gone 3:00. So yeah.
I haven't even had my brekkie yet. Meg Johnson. Hello from Australia, Meg.
Oh,
hi, Meg.
Evening there. In fact, it's probably the early hours of tomorrow.
Must be, yeah.
Oh, geez, I always forget that. Whenever I interview somebody from Australia, they're a day ahead of me or a day behind something.
24 hours, is it?
I think this was due to start at midnight.
Wow.
In Australia, so we're running late, so it will be Sunday there.
Well, somebody keeps my hours, then I'm usually up. Yeah. My goodness. So just anyway, the underworld people. Now this Lucian, he's something else. I'll tell you what. Oh, she says it's 12:15 Sunday.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, hi Sharon. Good morning. 12:15 a.m. Sunday.
I can't answer it. I don't know how you do this. So I can't. I can see now. I can see everybody's comments, but I can't comment back.
No, you can't answer back right now.
No, I can't do that. So, but
it's all right. I was just looking for the comments. Hang on.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't find it. It's private chat or comments. So I pressed on comments.
I can find the comments, but it takes me out of the studio to find them on my
tablet.
Right. And that's why it's disappeared for. I'm presuming I disappeared because it went black here.
Yeah, I can see everything.
Sharon. Morning, Sharon. Morning, Sharon. Yeah. She just said morning to you, Beth, as well, and Josephine. Yeah, I think it's slower than here than it is. Yeah, pops up.
But Lucian. Yeah.
But Lucian.
So, which was the first book that you wrote then?
First book. It would have been King of the Underworld. But what happened with that is I started writing it and it had a different kind of feel to it. And then as I was writing it, it started to change.
As we did.
And I just, because originally Nathan and Megan was going to be the first book, which they're the third book. A bit confusing. And so it just telling me, no, that's wrong. You've got to change it to Scarlett and Lucian to be the first.
All right.
So that's why I changed it. And then obviously the Queen of the Underworld is their second book. And then you got Nathan and Megan, which is the third. And then Scarlett and Lucian is the fourth book, which is I've finished that and it's being formatted.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah. So, and I'm on the fifth book now. So.
How many do you think you're going to run it to?
I don't know, because I'm writing, I think, and then all of a sudden another character wants,
Yeah.
it pops in completely out of the blue. And so there's a few other characters, and they want their own books. So I mean, I already have the covers for up to 7 books.
Wow.
So it'd be quite a lot of that then.
Yeah, but there's, I think there's going to be at least 10.
All right. Okay.
They
are popular books, though. The King of the Underworld ones are popular.
Yeah. It could be more than that. I don't know. It will depend. It depends how it goes, doesn't it? It's not, And I've got other ideas. I want other books that I want to write, but the paranormal will take more of my time up at the moment. But I do enjoy writing them.
You haven't got enough hands. That's what I found.
No, I think there should be 4 of me.
Yeah. You can't write
I should know myself. How did I become a writer? I always wanted to be a writer as a young age, like 12. So I started reading when I was about 12. And from that, it just grew.
Yeah.
The feeling of wanting to write. And so I actually sent off a manuscript to Mills and Boon.
Oh, wow.
I was in my early 20s then. And they did get back to me. They wrote a letter. And they did turn the book down. But they said, please carry on writing.
I've got lots of those as well from my early 20s as well. Mine was Bloomsbury Publishing, though.
Yeah. But I just didn't bother. I think life, like marriage, children,
gets in the way.
And then I started again. I thought I'm going to start writing again. What happened was I was just sorting out the house one day because I kept everything. Because I actually was still kind of writing bits here and there. And one day I was clearing out the house and I found old parts of stories. And I thought, I still wanted to do that. So I started again. But then I become ill. So I couldn't, and I had to stop again. Had a major operation, so
yeah.
So it was after that I started to write again after the operation.
We have a question from Rebecca Rodriguez. What's your favorite genre?
Oh,
hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca. Oh, my favorite genre. I think it's actually paranormal. Like your vampires, your angels, that kind of thing. I think as a reader, that would be my favorite. Yeah, that would, because I
actually like writing it as well.
Yeah.
Beth dabbles in the paranormal as well, don't you, Hannah?
Oh, do you? Okay, what do you do?
I write occult horror.
You're what?
There is romance in there as well.
There's a little bit of romance. It gets a little dark and sleazy, but yeah, it's kind of like yours. Yeah.
I think everybody putting them into such mind umbrella term, dark fantasy romance, that some are paranormal, some are sci-fi, some are not, more urban, but I think we're supposed to categorize them quite right down into those fine genres, but sometimes it's difficult. You can't. I mean, Beth's are occult horror, but they're romance. Sorry, there's a horse going past the window.
I mean, I'll be truthful, I find it hard to write the sex scenes.
I do it with my eyes closed.
My favourite authors, Nora Roberts. I like Nora Roberts. She would have been, and she also writes under, is it J.R. Robb, I think it is, and I do read those as well.
I just read tons.
Anything.
They are mostly indie authors, I have to say now. Not that there's anything wrong with a traditionally published author, but there are so many good indie authors out there.
I do read other books, other authors. You know, I've even read Josephine's. I have done that, and it's. I suppose
they're all very individual. Having read both of yours and Beth's, I could pick Beth's writing out same as I could pick yours out now.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't put a name to it, we do all have our own tells.
Yes, I could tell the same about you. I could sit if I didn't, know who wrote a book. This is Josephine's book. I would be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, J.R. Robb.
Thank
you, Sharon. Thank you. That was it.
J.R. Robb. First person as well. I can read first person, but I struggle to write first person. So mine are more of a third person narrative type. Yeah. I
think I'm first person.
You think?
Am I first? Yeah, I think I am, because it's I. Yeah. I do. My husband says I butterfly when I write. He says you butterfly. So I think quite a few authors do it. So that's why you do the editing and everything. But he said you butterfly, so I could go from past to present. He said you.
Yeah, I've been said a couple of times with mine that I'm swapping.
Yeah.
Trying not to make it quite so obvious and lead into it and sort of thing. Yeah. I tend more to head hop. Yeah. But then again, sometimes I have a lot of characters and they've got a lot to say.
Yeah, same as mine.
So I'm trying to define that.
Yeah.
And make it so that the reader knows who's saying what. That was something I did at the start that maybe was not quite as it should be. You learn as you go along with everything.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You have to learn. At the moment I'm writing book 5, so that will be Melissa and Jacob's story. And hoping, fingers crossed, that it'll be out by late November, beginning of December.
All right.
Nina asks, who are your favorite character? Who's your favorite character in any one of your books?
Oh, I don't know. You haven't. So she appears in book 2. So she appears in Queen, and that is one of the fates. But there's a bit so I know all the fates are supposed to be all female, but mine aren't.
It's your story.
That's a new one.
Yeah, I just wanted something to be slightly different. So the fates are not all female. So there's 1 female and 2 males.
Oh, there we
go. Good for you. People don't normally switch things up like that. That's cool.
So I do she kind of she comes up in book 2, and she's mentioned, or if she doesn't appear, she is mentioned, but she does appear in book 4 again. And her 2 brothers do. So the 3 fates appear together. But she's I'm thinking of giving her her own book.
So are all the fates siblings then in yours? Are you got them all as have you got all the fates in yours as siblings then?
Yes.
You've not got a bit of a menage a trois going off there then.
But there's another character, Astrid. And now she wasn't supposed to be in the books at all, and she just popped up. So she's a cousin, and there's a bit of mystery behind her, and she's kind of connected to the fates.
No, right.
I'm not giving it. She's going to have her own book eventually.
That's intriguing. I'm going to have a guess, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
But she has a mate as well, who's a wizard.
No, right.
Well, I know this lady here has no problems with cousins and aunts and uncles getting it on, so I don't see why the fates would have a problem. Brothers and sisters. Who knows? Hey, anything's possible in book world.
In book world, yeah.
If you're not going to offend somebody, what's the point in doing it?
Exactly. Would you like to share some tips for authors that experience writer's block? Me personally, if I can't write a scene or I'm not sure what to do, I go on to a different one. If that helps.
And change.
Yes. And then I actually put like a comment there, come back to that. So I write another scene.
Yeah.
Because then it kind of refreshes my brain.
So you're doing it out of order.
Yes.
What do you do, Beth?
Me? I go stab something. No.
That's not very good, is it?
No, I have to walk away from it for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, not for like a long time or anything, but usually what I do is I bake. It sounds crazy. Yeah. I'll go bake something and just talk to myself while I do it. I'll kind of,
we'll talk to ourselves.
Yeah, I'll be baking and I'll be thinking, no, or I'll talk to Bob. Okay, Bob, you haven't made an appearance for a while. Okay. Say hi, Bob.
Okay. I mean, also I have been because of that problem, I do sometimes also, which I'm thinking of doing again, write more than one book at a time.
I'll do my poetry. I'll fall into my poetry when if I'm blocked, I'll just sit down and write out my frustration in my poetry. That's why you'll usually see a poetry book pop up in between my books.
Yeah.
So I kind of fall back on that in between.
But that's what I mean. That's how I wrote Into the Truth, which is another book. And I've got to write the second one to that. But that's how. So when I was doing the Earthbound series, I was doing Into the Truth as well on the side. So
Yeah, I wish I could do more than one book at a time, but sometimes I just get too mixed up. You know me, my head's in too many places at one time. I get crazy.
I have too many open ones, way too many open ones. I do try to concentrate on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Sometimes the mood swings and I'll jump off it and go to another one. I tend to make notes or write the short scene which is in my head so that I don't forget whichever I've jumped to.
Yeah.
But because I went to Savannah, I was trying to be methodical with mine more and finish a series and finish so many re-editing, which I managed to do. Yeah. But it was hard work sticking to one set, one story, because there's always other things that you want to write. You just cannot keep up with it.
No, that's the thing. There's stories pop up. I mean, I've got another one I want to write. I don't know if it'll be, will turn into a series, but it is about a vampire. But he's a detective.
Ooh, vampire detective. Cool.
Yes. But it will have romance, obviously, in it. But so that's in my head. He keeps popping up and saying, when are you going to start writing my book? And I thought, well, you have to get in line.
Have you actually got a series finished yet then?
No. I hope. I mean, Into the Truth has got to be a series, and obviously, Never Again. So I'd say there's at the moment there's only Never Again there's only going to be like the 4 books. That's what I have planned, unless another character comes in and says, "What about me?" Which can happen, But at the moment,
we are badgering Beth as well, actually, because she needs to crack on with Kane and finish those ones. We want the stories.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
I'm on chapter 5, but I have to get this poetry book finished by the end of the month. And then I came up with another really good one. It's going to be about a Pennsylvania Dutch and the whole hexing thing, you know, the hex signs and yeah, it's going to be really cool. So I want to get started on that, but I have to finish Cain.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. You and Nina are so bossy.
I want to finish the rest of the story for them. But yeah, that's good. Where can people find you, Vera?
I'm on Facebook, like as everyone. Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm on TikTok too. But,
and where can they find you in person?
Oh, right. So I am going to some signing events. I have one in England in let me hold on. I wrote them down. So I have one on the 9th of November in Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury.
Is that how I pronounced it wrong, didn't I? Yeah. Authors Behind Bars, I'm attending there.
Right. Is it Shrewsbury?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Shrewsbury.
Yeah. And then in 2025, Fiction, Fans and Ball Gowns.
That's in March, isn't it?
That's in March, the 22nd of March in Nottinghamshire.
Is it Nottinghamshire?
Yeah.
Lincolnshire. Anyway, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. And then the 3rd of May, I'm in Canada. I mean, yeah. I know, Love and Romance. I'm attending there. That's the 3rd of May. And then I'm quite busy. And then back in England on the 19th of July, Sugar and Spice in Sheffield. And then on the 9th of August, I'm back in America, in Ohio. So that'd be
Ohio.
Book sign. It doesn't.
Ohio.
And then in October of next year, 18th of October, I'm in Italy. So I'm busy. Fire. It's called Fire.
Tune in next week for more pronunciation lessons with Josephine.
Yes.
Ohio. Is that how you pronounce it? Ohio.
Ohio. Yes.
I
don't know why this is so funny to me.
Well, how do you pronounce it then?
Ohio. Yeah.
I pronounced it right.
Saying hello.
She did.
Hi, Lisa.
I did not get enough sleep last night.
No,
okay.
obviously not.
When I think saying Ohio is funny. Okay.
And me and Josephine are doing our own signing.
Okay. Oh, that's very cool.
It's Vera's really. I'm just helping. It's Vera's really. I'm just helping.
Yeah, that as well. So that's in Scotland in 2026.
In June.
27th of June. Hi, Lisa. So yeah. So
the authors are almost finalised for that one. Yeah. A few more vendors. The reader tickets won't be open as yet.
No. That'll be next year. Be maybe about this time next year. I'd say the tickets will be open for the reader tickets this time next year. So so where we're holding it, it's a lovely hotel, but it's linked to the NHS. Don't know if anybody knows what NHS is.
No.
So it's our national health.
Yes, national health. So the hotel is linked with our national health. So any money they make goes straight into our national health.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So yeah. So it's a nice hotel. And what they actually do is, so if anybody is flying into Glasgow, because it's happening in Glasgow, so from what this all has to be confirmed completely, obviously, but what they've told me is that anybody flying into Glasgow airport, they are willing to pick them up if they're staying in the hotel. So they're willing to pick them up and take them to the hotel.
Do the transfers?
Yeah. To and back, to and fro, like back and forth. So yeah, that's good.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah. So
I'll just have to jump my little butt on over there.
yes.
Like anybody could get me on an airplane.
I managed to do it on my own.
Yes, you did.
I know, you did, yeah. Oh. Right, I'll be so nervous.
But yeah, I did it.
I'll be
It'll
nervous.
take a lot of booze, I'll tell you what.
I did it. I wasn't, yeah, it was very intense at times and it was different. Hobby had said, don't relax, don't chill, just think about what you're doing, don't rush, because I tend to rush too much. But yeah, I'm glad I did rush for the last one. Otherwise, I only got there in time by about 4 minutes to go. But yeah.
So when I go over to Canada, my daughter's coming with me. So because I don't
Italy with you as well.
Sorry,
is she going to Italy with you as well?
Another daughter is, because I have 4 daughters and 2 sons.
Busy.
Yes, I was at one time. My youngest daughter, well, she's 26, but she's coming with me to Canada, and then the second oldest is coming with me, I should say, to Italy. So, but yeah.
How long are you staying in Italy for?
I'd say at least a week, 5 days. 7 days.
Yeah, so you might get a little bit of sightseeing in. Yeah,
I think so. That's what I said to him. Is, you're going that distance, you want to see something,
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I have cousins in America, so they keep saying, "Are you going to come and visit when I'm over next year?" So I said, if I can, I will.
When you go to Canada.
Ohio.
When you
go Ohio.
I think yeah. So I've never met them before, not face to face. But yeah. So I said, "Oh, you can come and visit, come and stay." So I said, "I try to, I'd like to see them, but yeah."
I got my own hair in my mouth. Sorry.
How do you handle negative reviews? I don't look at them.
That's the best way to do it.
I don't. I used to, and they used to upset me, so I don't look at them anymore. I just don't bother.
I tend to. I do look. I tend to have a bit of a whinge, maybe, but maybe not. I tend to just think, oh well, you can't please everybody. And
yeah,
that's
on. True. Yeah, they might not be there. They might just not like your book. You're not there.
I think because for me, I write steamy romance. So again, it is not for everybody.
No.
And one lady said there was a lot of sex, but it was okay. She still enjoyed the book. I didn't think there were, in the one she read, I didn't think there was actually that much, but it was. Whereas some of them are more of a slow burn into it.
Yeah.
Others jump straight into it. And I think it was one that had jumped straight into it. So therefore it's not for everybody. I'm a bit of an angst fan, me. I like to make them suffer.
Meg is going.
Yeah,
20-1 where she is.
In Oz, yeah, it will be.
Yeah, good night. Night, Meg. No. What inspires you to write your stories? What can be a creative idea? Ooh. What inspire? Oh.
You two reading the comments?
Yeah.
I can't see them straight off unless they jump out. Go on then. Where do you get your inspiration from? Or is it just
Sometimes
there?
it's music. I could be listening to music and I think, oh, that could make it like the words can make a good story. Does that make sense? You know, you hear the words. It could be any song. I think, oh, okay, that could be good. You know, that could make a good story. I do have done that in the past, or it might be a part of a scene in the book, even. Oh, okay, yeah, that's, you know.
I tend to just have one scene and build from there.
Yeah.
One idea and then build around it. Sometimes it
Mm.
works, sometimes I change it and it doesn't work. But it could be the beginning, in the middle, or even the end.
Yeah.
So then I have to go back and think what's going to happen to get to that point, or after that point, what have you.
Yeah.
How about you, Beth?
Oh my! Well, everything around me. I mean, my weird religious past, and you know, the area that I live in, and
yeah,
you know, the funky, freaky, cultish people around me. Getting shunned from the church, it all kind of, all of my books have some kind of religious aspect to them. That's why I write, you know, occult horror. It's all got a religious
base.
Yes, there you go. What's it say? Jess wants to know, what is your favorite book to read in your free time?
Hi, Jessica. At the moment, I'm actually it was a mafia book. So I do. I try to stay away from. I like paranormal and I like to read them, but if I'm writing, I try to stay away from that. So at the moment, it's mafia, but it could be even a monster book, as they call them, like a blue alien. So it'd be opposite to what I'm writing.
I do that too. I try and stay away from it so it doesn't influence what I'm writing.
I think a lot of writers do that as well. They'll pick something to read that's nothing like what they're actually putting on paper themselves.
That's
so I'm reading 3 at the moment, one of Beth's and 2 others. So
I also do like puzzles and things like that as well in my free time if I don't want to read.
Yeah, right.
You know, just anything like little games, building games, anything, you know, just to get my mind, you know, because I do watch TV, but I don't watch a lot of it because of, you know, it's me writing. So
yeah, my TV is always on because I like white noise. I like the background noise. Probably having a family, that's always the noise, so it goes along with having the TV on and keeping the noise going. So I do wear headphones when I'm writing occasionally and listen to music and other stuff, but I still write when the TV's on as well. It doesn't, I tend to switch off, but my husband says I can sleep anywhere, so maybe that's got something to do with it as well. I just switch off and that's it.
I have to have the TV on when I sleep. It's just really low, but I have to have some kind of noise. After raising 5 boys, you gotta have. I have to have noise.
I have noise when I sleep. I have a bit of noise in the background when I sleep.
I listen to my work or books as I'm sleeping. I put the headphones on. I don't have audio, but I use the Alexa app, so I read my books off my Kindle.
All right.
But I use Word, which reads my own work out loud to me.
Yeah.
Unless it loses the real life voice and goes to the robotic awful one. And then I spit me dummy when it does that. Because it's just something that happens occasionally with the system, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just wait for it to come back.
Yeah.
But I do spit me dummy big time when it does that to me, and I'm trying to edit and listen to what I wrote. Yeah, it's a pain.
Okay, are we ready for some news?
Yes, go on then.
And reviews? Let's see. New release this week is Eva Pascoe's Eileen's Guest House, sorry, which I bought for myself. And reviews, I read Listen by Josephine Wrightson and gave that 5 stars because it was fabulous. I loved it. I have 2 that I read by Hargrove Perth. One was Consume, which is her new release. And it was like a vampire scary book, and it was terrific. I would say anyone should get it. I gave everything a 5-star review. For me, if you tell me a good story, you're going to get a 5-star review. Yeah. I do not pick on editing, any of that little fussy stuff. If you tell me a good story, you get a good review. Also, The Dead Claim Their Own by Hargrove Perth, which is one of her older books, and it was a just wonderful ghost story. What else do we have here?
I'm going to butt in. My batteries were losing power fast because I wasn't interested in using this. So if I did see it, I will say bye now, and you know why. Okay,
I've got like 2 more. Unbalanced by Evie Black, who was on the show the other day. 5 stars for her new book. And where the hell am I? Whoops. Sorry, Josephine. And Never Again by V.L. Peters.
Oh, thank you.
5-star review. So I am going to say, everybody, check out The Crafty Quill by Janet Byers, editing, proofreading, and PA services. Geriatric Trippin' is a crazy friend of mine who travels the U.S. in a van. He's nuts, but he does some really fun stuff. And everybody check out all the authors on By the Author. My Facebook group with just a ton of great authors in there and a lot of great books for you to find and read. So I'm going to say thank you, Josephine, for being on the show today. And thank you, Vera, for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Oh, you were great. And we will be back tomorrow with John Leister. And that should be exciting. So I'll see you all tomorrow and have a fabulous day. Bye-bye. Love you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Ooh, button.